today I have plants here that we are going to transplant into different containers, add soil, replace soil, all of the things, and hopefully they do well. I feel like sometimes I transplant plants and they don't do well afterwards, sometimes they do. So we're just going to hope that I'm not killing 8+ plants because some of them have babies. I've got a variety of pots for us to use for some of these. This guy, you can see, has multiple little new growths. So we're going to finally take these new growths out and then transplant the bigger one because he is outgrowing his container. Hopefully he does well. I never change the soil in this, to be honest, and he has been thriving, so hopefully I don't kill him. This guy, if I can get him fully in frame, is just so long, very shaky. I just have never been able to get him to actually feel. So my plan is for this bigger pot to go for him. The pot is way bigger than the plant itself, but it's the only deep pot that I really have. My plan is to plant him deeper and have the soil go up further so that hopefully he is a little bit more stable and not so just rocking in his soil. This here is my soil. It's covered in foil so that it doesn't all blow out, and it's a cheap cover. This is all coffee. I'll get this mixed in. Everything else is perlite, I think some peat moss, orchid bark, and maybe some just regular potting soil or something. So I'm gonna give this a good mix. This is what that soil looks like up close. So you can see we have some chunks here from the orchid bark, perlite, the coffee is all mixed in. So hopefully this is a pretty airy and well-draining mixture. I want to start off with this guy, move the rest of these off. I'm going to start by getting soil into my pot, maybe about that much. We're just going to give the pot some squeezes and pull it out. None of the soil is actually too old, so I will probably take all of it and mix it into another bin that I have. And we're just gonna give it some squeezes, get the soil off of the roots, being gentle. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing better. Just using this on the roots. So this is a root, so we're just going through and just knocking off the soil. You can do little taps like this. You just want to try to get as much of the old soil off. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also expect to lose some roots while you're doing this. That is perfectly normal. I'm going to call that good. That's what our roots are looking like. I think we're going to put some of this back. You can see how much I took out. So there's maybe an inch and a half of soil in there. I'm going to place my plant in here. Give it a little shake. I'll kind of help it sit in there a little bit more. We're just going to take our soil and just put it around, turning kind of as we go. This is hopefully going to give this plant the stability that it needs. Give it some taps to help that soil settle in as well. This will also compact once I water it. I will add back in some soil and kind of top it off. There's our finished plant. It does feel more stable already, so hopefully it does well like this. This guy, I think I will leave in a smaller pot. Those two together and then these two together. Just give it a couple of taps. There we go. I think we're going to repot into this one because these are ever so slightly smaller than these. And I'm going to go ahead and get these two out of their pots and just group them over in a different spot. The reason I'm doing 2 of these per pot is because you can see with how small the root system is, they really don't need all of this space. So they might actually do better if we pot them together in pairs, so there's a bigger root system taking up some more space. So again, I'm going to get some soil into these, about yay much. So now I'm going to take these guys and just put them opposite of each other like so, kind of settle them into the soil. And then I'll take some soil and just cover them, give it some taps. They should become less and less wobbly as you do this. Again, can kind of give it some taps down, and there we go. And I'm just going to do the same thing with these two. And there we go. So now we have two happy plants. I think we're going to change this guy into this guy. Quite a bit smaller, but I think it'll be good for it. That's what she's looking like. It'll fit a lot better into here versus here. And there we go. Hopefully that guy's much happier. This guy here is going to go into an even smaller pot. There's that guy. Next, we're doing this guy. Take the pot out. This is what he looks like. So I got all the grass and crap off him, but he is just so tightly compacted in here. So it is so time to fix that. Probably gonna lose roots because it looks like this guy is not doing too hot in the root department. They are pretty papery. I should have definitely gone through and done this way before now. There are some good roots, so that is a good sign. The hope is that the babies have good roots to themselves as well, so that we can separate. So you can see we're starting to get those roots separated. You might knock off some dead little leaves too, which is okay. Kind of looks like it's all one. I don't know if I can really get a good view for you guys. Kind of looks like I'm not going to be able to pull them apart. I'm not going to force it because it's obviously happy with itself right now. So that's all I'm going to do. That's really good, honestly. So you can see everything's kind of together. I don't want to force it apart. It doesn't have quite the best root system because it was definitely root bound. So we're going to plant this all as one and put it into this pot. So you can see there is plenty of space for them. Started with about that much, about half full. I'm gonna let it sit in there a good amount so that we can get quite a bit of soil. That's what we're looking like now. A little bit more soil. I'm not gonna fill this one up as much as the other ones. Once it grows more and it's a little bigger, then I'll probably add some more soil. But I think for now we're going to stick with this. So you can see it's not all the way full. I want these little guys to be able to stick out. This is the finished product. They look pretty. I'm happy with how they look. What we're not going to do today is water them. When you transplant, you don't want to water, from my understanding at least. You want to just let them get used to that soil. So I will probably water them tomorrow or the next day. I'm very happy with how they turned out. Thank you for joining me. This was fun. I hope maybe you learned something. If not, I hope I inspired you to do something with your plants or go and buy a plant because they're fun and pretty. That is where we're going to end off this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you liked this content in general, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do a bunch of different things. I have lifestyle, I have planty things, I have crafty things, cleaning, vlogs. I got a mixture of it all. So feel free to check out my channel or subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.